Hello again everyone, and welcome to another hiking in history episode. Today we are in a place called Greenfield. I'm just heading to a little Tesco to get some food, and we're going to be today going up to Saddleworth Moor, hopefully see Stone's Edge and a rock formation called the Trinnacle, which we're going to try and find. And it's supposed to be a nice day today. It's supposed to be clear. Hopefully it'll clear up later, but it's like really misty and miserable again, but we shall see. Check this place out. This used to be like an old little toll house, 1827. So I guess when people used to come down this road, you'd stop there and pay your toll. It's kind of cool. It's just someone's house now. But yes, this is Greenfield, the little village of Greenfield. I'm in Greater Manchester, by the way, I forgot to mention that. Yes, we're going to be hiking up to Saddleworth Moor, and we'll talk about some history stuff along the way. Hopefully going to be finding this rock formation, the Trinnacle, as it is called, which should be pretty cool. Yeah, it's super misty, even though it said it was going to be sunny today, and it's not. But we shall see. Look at all these old houses. These are kind of cool. Reminds me of there's a town called Balper, Derbyshire way, and that has these kind of cottages that are very similar to this. So we're about 13 miles from Manchester, the actual proper city. This used to be a part of the West Riding of Yorkshire, which was like an older historic sort of boundary that no longer exists. So it's now just part of Greater Manchester. History-wise, there's not loads to Greenfield. There was an old Roman road that passed through here. This road connected like a couple of Roman forts, one of Ardetolia, I think it's pronounced, Ardetolia, and Castleshaw. Both Roman forts, and the road went through here to connect them. Both those forts, there's not a whole lot left of them. I'll put some pictures up there. I'll probably visit them one day because they do look quite cool still. A lot of these old sort of cottages, I'm going to guess that probably from maybe the late 1700s, early 1800s. But there wasn't a lot here other than that Roman road. In the 1600s, some like farmhouses and stuff. We might still see some of them, some of the older looking stone buildings. They would have been home to farmers and hand loom weavers in the wool trade, because English wool was very much in demand back then. And believe it or not, some of the actual first industrial looms were actually built here as well. See where we're going. I think I'm going down this way. Okay, that was quite a steep hill. But this is the footpath I'm should be heading up. Steadway. Alrighty, let's go. Oh, I'm out of breath. This isn't boding well for the journey, which is going to be incredibly uphill. Plane up there, so there's always something ruining my audio. So I was going to say as well, I did say in my last video that the next hiking in history would be to Throwley Old Hall. Clearly I lied. I will do Throwley Old Hall. It's just a bit of a pain to get to with buses and public transport and stuff, so I kind of need someone to drop me off there essentially, so I'm waiting on other people essentially to do that. So I thought I'd do this instead. And I mean, there are hills, big hills all over here, and you can't see any of them because of the mist, which is a little bit annoying. Hopefully it clears up, because it said it was going to be like a sunny day today, because we should get some really good views up there, but we probably won't be able to see anything. But we'll carry on. Let's see what we get. You can see that some of these cottages are actually, yeah, they're really old, 1710. So these are some of the probably ones that were farmers or hand loom weavers back in the day. There's just a sheep there, a random sheep. Hello. Why are you not in your field? But yeah, very nice little area. This looks like it used to be maybe a little church. I believe so. It looks like it. A little chapel. That's cool. This looks like a bit of a dodgy footpath area. Looks like I shouldn't be here, but oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Wow, really? What? No, it's nailed. God knows. Okay, let's just climb over, I guess. Ugh. There we go. Oh, it's bloody frosty today. It's bitterly cold today. It's about, well, it's about -2. It's all relative, you know. People in Siberia watching, you know, -40. Be like, what the hell are you talking about? Footpath somewhere here, I guess. So there's going to be a lot of going uphill in this hike, but yeah, where we're going to as well is there's like 4 reservoirs up here. Hopefully we should be able to see them despite the mist. The 4 reservoirs: Greenfield, Yeoman Hay, Dovestones and Chew. And the Chew reservoir is actually the highest man-made reservoir in England, but we probably won't see that one because it's further away. The other 3 are like connected, but Chew is further around. We'll see, we might spot it, we might not. Path's getting a little bit clearer now where I should be. It's that light up there, it's like an old Victorian lamp. It's cool. I mean, it's nice and atmospheric morning, but I was hoping for a clear day. Because Lumole Falls was like this, and now Saddleworth Moor seems to be like this as well. So it looks like all my videos I just make when they're misty. So Greenfield is down there, and it would have been farms like this in the 1600s that started cropping up around the place, weaving wool and you know, tending sheep. And once the Industrial Revolution happened, you know, factories were built where that was more efficient, and that's eventually what developed Greenfield. Before that, there's not really anything here but an old Roman road that went through, and then some farms dotted around. Very sparse, desolate place, and you can kind of still see that, you know, we've still got a bit of that. Bloody hell, looks like I'm heading up to like Mount Doom or something. Looks like it never ends. I can't see the end. There you go, that shows how cold it is. So the path that I am supposedly on stops kind of existing around here, even though it says it should, and there's just a lot of fences, but you can just climb up here. It's just like a bit of waste, but it looks like it's just someone's private property, but there is a little sign here that takes you up. Yeah, it's just up here. So this is the right way. This is proper eerie, innit? Look at this, spooky. Black sheep up there. I'm gonna die. Oh, there's a man. And there's a farmer feeding his sheep hay. Hello. So when you get to this area, there's quite a few ways to go. We are going to be going that way to the reservoir. I really think we're not going to be able to see anything today if this mist hangs around. Because the further up we go, the visibility gets worse. But it is kind of cool, so we'll still have fun. I've never done this walk before, as you can probably tell, so I'm trying to find my way myself. I've got my route plotted out, but sometimes it doesn't always go to plan. There's down there where a path just disappeared. It's cold today, but it's actually really still. It's not windy at all, which I'm happy about. That's scary. There's a lot of ice around here. I'm going to have to be careful. Oh. Oh. It does not sound pleasant. I'm going to fall on my horse doing this. I probably should be up here. Look at that. What is that? Should have got me fucking ice skates on. Jesus. Great. Yeah, I'm gonna go up there around. This is like so gorgeous in the most desolate way. Like, this is so cool. I'm not gonna crack this ice because it's too pretty. But going round here through this path, the Dovestone Reservoir should be like on our right. I don't know if we'll be able to see it. Well, we'll find out, I guess. It's been a utterly miserable sort of January this month in the UK. If you're from here, you'll know. Like, just like non-stop raining this month and cloud. And yesterday was a bit clearer. I probably should have come here yesterday, but it said today was going to clear up as well. But it doesn't look very hopeful. Fingers crossed though. I'll be here for some hours, probably till around about it gets dark, so we'll see. Ah, I'm pleasantly surprised. There is the reservoir, Dovestone Reservoir anyway, so that's one of the four. It's bigger than I expected. Damn, I mean that's quite a view. I don't know if the camera picks it up as well, but that's very ethereal. That's very cool. So there are some pros for it to be misty, like the Lumole 4 walk. That was kind of very atmospheric, and that's the same here. I didn't realise it'd be so far away as well. I thought I'd be walking kind of close to it, although this path might go down to it. That's so cool. This one though, this is Dovestone Reservoir. So this one was constructed in 1967, and along with the other reservoirs in the area, it supplies basically all the drinking water to the people of Oldham and Tameside as well. I can't get enough of these frozen little puddles, they're really cool. Oh, this road is a bit crazy. I'm like hopping all over the place from different sides, and I feel like that man, that guy that used to do the weather, and he was like on an island, like a fake island of England or whatever, and he'd hopping around doing the weather. If you're from England, you might remember that if you're of a certain age, or I might just sound mad. I am telling the truth. There was a guy, a weatherman, and he was on like a fake island doing the weather, and he was hopping all over the place. That's what this is bloody like. Because I am a child. Hey. So just while I was setting up that lovely little shot for you there, which I hope you enjoyed, look what I've just found. Like, holy shit. Some like, I mean, I don't really know anything about guns. Copper shot, 70mm. Is this like shotgun shells? They look like it to me. I don't bloody know. There's bloody loads of them. They're everywhere here. Jesus. I'll take one of them home. A little souvenir. And along with shotgun shells, there's also bones here of maybe, I think it's a rabbit, possibly. It's just frozen. The skin's still on it. Maybe that's what killed the bloody rabbit. Some farmer. They blew its head off. No, I doubt it, but sheep just wandering towards me now. They're all just on this path. Hello. You don't need to be afraid, it's alright. Oh, there's quite a few of them. God, this is when I get killed by sheep. There is a road here now that I think we're going to cross. You can just make it out probably. And the reservoir literally should be like right here, Dovestone Reservoir, but yeah, it's so misty. that we cannot see jack shit. So the way I was going to go is actually blocked off. They're doing some kind of construction here now. So we're going to go find another way, hopefully. So I've essentially just gone around. The guide there told me you can just sort of go around. And I imagine you would be able to see the reservoir here if it wasn't so misty. We're going to try and get down that way anyway, because that's the route. So it looks like this is the way down. It's pretty steep though. It looks like it goes down to the reservoir. So let's get down there without breaking my neck. I think I can see the water down there, but bloody Jesus, this is a bit of a daft way to come. I will post the route that I took exactly so you can come this way, but it might not be the best, most efficient way. But it's the way I'm going. Ooh. Well, bloody hell, a bit of a drop. Never said it was going to be easy, so there we go. Now where the fuck do I go? Okay, so it turns out I do actually have to be on this road, so I've come down there and now I'm on here. But this is the actual way, so I'm back on track now. The builders can't stop me. The Dovestone Reservoir is literally should be right here. Barely see anything, you can just see the water line there. I'll have to come back another day and do it when it's clear in summer. It'll be nice here in summer. I imagine it'd be very, very busy though, I've heard. Not really anyone around today. So I'm down by the reservoir now, and I have a bit of a problem. It seems that this is the path where I'm supposed to go over, because there's Dovestone Reservoir here, and then that side is Yeoman Hay Reservoir. And but this is closed because they're doing work on it apparently, and that's kind of the only way across without going all the way around one, because I need to be going up there, so that's going to set me back like a massive amount of time. But I think I'm going to head round Yeoman Hay one instead, because it's a bit smaller. So I bet I'm going to get going, because that is going to eat into my time a lot. As you can see, cannot get over it, which is annoying, but we can actually see a reservoir, which is nice. This one's Yeoman Hay. So I'm going to have to get a real move on a bit now, because I've got to go all the way around this to kind of get back. I'll see when I get there. I might be able to find another way up and round. But yeah, that is closed, and that is the only way across really, which I needed. But hopefully should still have enough time to get to Dovestone's Edge, which is up there somewhere. Can't see up there now, but Dovestone's Edge is up there, and then that other stone formation, the Trinnacle. Yeah, it's up here somewhere, but hopefully we can still got time to actually reach it. I've just got to get around this bloody reservoir first. Right, I have come up with a plan that should hopefully salvage this hike. I'm not going to go all the way around Yeoman Hay Reservoir. I'm actually going to keep going past Greenfield Reservoir, which is just over here. I'm going to keep going further on, and eventually I can sort of turn round and come back onto the Trinnacle, so we'll actually see the Trinnacle first rather than last. I was going to walk to some other stuff and then end with the Trinnacle, but we're going to hopefully see the Trinnacle first, go to that, and then we'll be walking back along, and I'm stuck in mud. We'll be walking back along and hopefully from Dovestone Edge, and then we'll get back. I'll worry about getting back when we cross that bridge, but should be okay. I've only just realised that this is like Greenfield Reservoir is on top above, so we've got to like climb quite a bit. I mean, if that's man-made, which I imagine it is, a man-made hill, looks it's very straight. It's too straight to be natural. You can tell that's natural. How the fucking hell did they make that? That's insane. Yeah, looks like we're going up. Damn, that's cool though. The amount of earth you must have had to like move to do that. Wow. Oh, hang on. This is a dead end. Yes, turns out that is a dead end. You can only cross these Yeoman one. There's a path just up here that goes up and around, not very far, so that's where we're going to go. We're having a lot of setbacks today. I don't think they want me. No one wants me to get to this, the Trinnacle. At the top of Greenfield Reservoir now. I mean, it is so misty up here, like you can't see anything. It's just grey. I've just got a screen of grey for you. Apologies, I wish it did. Well, there were supposed to be lovely views today, and instead we have this. I suppose at least we saw all the reservoirs a little bit. We've been on basically a tour of them now, well, apart from Chew Reservoir, which we won't see. Oh God, it's incredibly misty. I'm not going to remember this, like I'm not going to recognise this place in the summer. It's going to look so different. I'm still extremely glad I came here today though, because I mean, look at this place. It's like, I feel like I'm the only person on earth, you know, like you're on a different planet almost. I could have said I was in the wilderness of Russia or something today, and you probably would have believed me if I showed you this footage. But no, Greater Manchester. So if you live around Manchester, you got no excuse, you should be out here. Gonna cross this little bridge here and carry on. Should hopefully start getting on the path that will take me to the Trinnacle up here. Oh, it's slippy around here. Black ice. Check that out. Gorgeous. This path is so cool. Maybe I should be happy that the other way was blocked with construction, because I mean this is so awesome. It's trickier, you're climbing over a lot of rocks, but it is an actual path. Hopefully you can hear me as well. But yeah, this is working out cool, I like it. Okay, we have another problem. They really don't want to get me to the Trinnacle today. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm trying going up that way because it is a path on the map and everything, but like no way, it's way too sort of steep and rocky. You were literally just climbing up the stream, and in this weather it's too risky. I almost slipped in, and then it says there's like another way kind of here, but there isn't. That's like closed off, that's unauthorized, so I don't even know what's happening. But I think my only option is literally to go back and sort of go around the entire Yeoman Reservoir, but like I haven't got time. I don't think I've got time to do that now at all, because I've wasted so much time coming up here, which was cool. Like it's a really nice area, but I'm basically stuck. I'm at a dead end. I've got to go back. I have no idea if we're actually going to get to the Trinnacle today, because I've only got about 2.5 hours of light left. But I think the only way, I'm going to have to go back down here, unfortunately. I will update you when I know more what's happening. Hopefully we can see something, but this might be a hiking in history failure video, which I'll upload it because I'm screwed going through all this effort for nothing. But we'll see I've got a bit of a walk back and I don't know if I've got enough time. It's starting to clear up now actually, strangely enough. The weather now, see, I probably should be heading up there, and it's like the path is just like such a no-go. I could be wrong, but I think that little point there actually might be the Trinnacle. So if I don't make it, at least I can say I've probably seen it. I think that could be it, you know. It doesn't look so impressive down here, but I know when you're up there it's really cool. Yeah, it's really starting to clear up now. But that could be it. Which is so damn annoying because I'm so close. I've literally got to walk so far back just to have a chance to get to it. We'll see, maybe. Might be able to get to it still. I've just got to get a move on. And I'll probably be walking back in the dark, which I don't really want to do, but we'll see. Might just do it for you content viewers. All 22 of you. It's really clearing up now. This is lovely. But you never know these things until you go on these adventures and actually do them. You don't know what these paths are going to be like, and that was not. It's not one I'd risk now, like with it being so slippy, the stream's running quite heavily. I think maybe in summer it's probably easier, and it'd be really cool to go up there, to be honest, because I loved it, but it wasn't worth risking. Like as I was coming down, like almost fucking fell in the stream, and it's always best to know. You know when you know, like, not to do something. And I got a fair decent way up, and then I was like, nah, this is getting kind of ridiculous now. I don't know if you can see it now. There's a bit of mist on it now, but that is definitely the Trinnacle. I can tell. So if we don't get up there, I have footage of it. We sort of made it. We made it in view, but I want to go to the top of it because you can actually stand on it. Well, you can climb up on it, and that would have been great, especially now because you can see the reservoirs. It's clearing. Bloody hell, I'm so pissed off. But no, there's a fun side adventure that was coming up here. And again, you don't know until you do it. A view of some of these icicles here. How cool is that? So many of them. Look at that, that's so cool. Wow. Really, it shatters like glass. It really sounds the same. It's like a stake plunge into Dracula's heart. So here's a better view of Greenfield Reservoir now. I'm so annoyed that this whole trip could possibly be a failure. Well, because of them people, the construction workers, were working on the dam thing there, and I thought I'd be smart and come up this way and get there quicker, and then no, disaster. Oh, so I'm just crossing Greenfield Reservoir now. There's the other one, I forgot its name, Yeoman something, that one, which we can now see it has cleared up a bit. It's still misty, but it's cleared up a bit, and there's a path that goes down there over on that side. Some cracking views now that it's clearing up. There they are over there. They're the bastards that have ruined the trip by closing off that bloody bridge. And we can actually see Dovestone Reservoir now, which we couldn't see earlier. It is there. Huge. So if you are planning on coming here to spring 2023, that's very helpful. But it's just, they don't even know the date when it's going to be done, but yeah, that's going to be closed for a few months by the looks of it. Which would have been nice to have known beforehand. I had no idea. Didn't show up on any of my maps or anything that it was. Oh well. Right, so I think I'm going to go back, end up going back around this way. back into Greenfield, which is over there. I'm not going. I don't want to go all the way back round there, but I'm going to make a go of it up here on the way to the Trinnacle. So wish me luck. I've got about probably like an hour and a half before it goes kind of really dark. So I'm going to give it a go. I think I can make it. Okay. Oh, this is steep. Send help. Oh, it doesn't bloody stop, keeps going. I think that's Dove Stone Edge up there. But where I'm heading will be that way. I don't think I'm making it to Dove Stone for sure. Another time. And this looks proper eerie, doesn't it? Coming out of the mist in the distance like that. Holy shit, this is like a Hammer movie. Now, there is a story behind this big cross that I'll tell. I had no idea it was going to be this big. I thought it was just a normal kind of regular size thing. Wow. Okay, it's huge. Fuck, that is so cool. And that is cool coming out of here. I am literally just in, I'm in limbo. Well, this is the James Platt cross. This, and there's an inscription on it. I'll have to be quick. Here, by the accidental discharge of a gun, James Platt, MP for Oldham, lost his life. 27th, I think that says, 27th of August, 1857. It reminds me of that, like the opening shot of Hateful Eight with the cross there. That's what it kind of looks like. So the Platts were a wealthy family in the area. They owned Platt's Textile Works, which was in Oldham, and it was the largest in the world at the time. But the family had a shooting lodge, like a hunting lodge, around here. It's been destroyed since, but they used to go out on hunting trips, obviously hunting birds and whatnot, all along these moors. And James Platt was the MP for Oldham, and he went out on a hunting party up here with a few other people, and one of the people that he was with slipped, and their gun went off as they slipped, and it hit James Platt in the leg, in the right leg. But I imagine it must have hit some, kind of vital arteries or something, maybe, because he was dead within a few hours. By the time they got him back down, he was already dead. But this is where it supposedly happened, as accurate as they could do, and they put this up here, which is an interesting little thing. And afterwards, Platt's widow sold the lodge, and the new owner actually pulled this memorial down. This is why it's got these wires on it now, because it was pulled down. I don't really know why. I think it was perhaps like superstitious or something. But then eventually in the 1950s, some people got it back, because I think it was just laying here, just on the ground, and then they put these rods up to keep it stable. But I best get going to see the Trinnacle if we can. Really running out of time. So, but we got something. We saw some history. So obviously this as well is known as Saddleworth Moor. This whole area, very desolate place. Great for walking though. Make sure you've got enough time, or make sure things are open. But in summer and everything, this will be good. I'm only in a rush because of daylight, essentially, because it's winter. But this place, as many people in the UK would know, has really dark recent history with Ian Brady and the Moors murders, which most people will probably know about, especially in the UK. But the Moors murders were done by Ian Brady and Myra Headley, and they're two of the most like notorious murderers in UK history. They were killed children. I think they killed 5 children, and they buried them up here, up on these moors. And 4 were recovered. One, very sadly, Keith Bennett, was never found. So his body is still up here somewhere. He never revealed where he was. Basically to torture the parents so they'd never get the body back. And people have, police have scoured the area for decades. Both Ian Brady and Mara Hidley are dead now. Yeah, it's an eerie, uncomfortable feeling knowing what went on here, but it's important, and I think you should embrace that kind of thing. The darkness of some places. I think it does you good to sort of expose yourself a little bit to it. Horrific to think about that they came up here and did this and buried them here. On a lighter historical note, there's a very interesting legend around this area as well. If it was a clear day, we'd be able to see there'd be a war memorial on one of these hills called the Pots and Pans Memorial, which is a strange name for it. And it's a war memorial that was built up here so everyone from all the different villages could see it. But by the Pots and Pans Memorial there's a big stone that is called Pots and Pans because it's got strange circular sort of holes in it that looks like the pots have been put there essentially, and that's why it was named that. But that stone, the legend is that it's the remains of an epic fight between 2 giants that lived on these different hills. Alfin and Alder, they were called, the giants, and one lived on Alfin Pike, which is one of the hills, and the other one was Alderman's Hill. And all the boulders and stuff that are around this area and that stone from this epic fight, and they were fighting, of course, over a woman. There was a beautiful water nymph called Rimmon, or Ryman, I'm not sure, Ryman I think, I'm going to go with, who lived in Tube Brook. So they were hurling boulders at each other, and eventually Alder killed Alfin. But Ryman was in love with Alfin, who died, and she was distraught and threw herself over the edge of the hills and into the brook, and she died with him. And that's the giant legend. And I love kind of stories like that. I wonder where they come from and stuff. It's thought that maybe it was from Celtic kind of origin of, and it was meant to sort of represent the Celts versus sort of the Anglicans. That's terrifying when that happens, that noise. The Anglicans that were coming up after the Romans had left, and Ryman was sort of to represent the area, the land itself, and that these people were fighting over the Celts and the Anglicans. So it's a nice, lighter, interesting little legend about this place. Let's see if we can find this other bloody rock. Holy shit, we found it. We've got it. I made it. Okay, well, let's do this quick and then get back down, because I am not being here when it's dark. Holy shit, that's scary. Okay, let's just be careful. Don't want this to be my last will and testament. There we go, look at that. We made it. Yes, this is the Trinnacle, which is a really uniquely strange shaped rock, and as you can see the drop is huge down there. It's where we were really, and people climb on that. I don't think I'm going to do it. It's too it's not dead windy or anything, but it's slippy today. Rocks are slippy and stuff, so no way. In summer I'll come back and climb it, because people do. As you can imagine, I've got it to myself today because no bastard is crazy enough to come climbing up here when it's this misty and stuff. Oh, it's starting to clear now. It looks more intimidating from far away actually, when you kind of get to it here, as long as I don't slip. Yeah, when you sort of get to it here, it's not, it doesn't look, well, you know, sort of dangerous still, because look at that, but we were down there earlier. Can't believe I actually made it. Let's have a look. Just gotta be careful. We're in the Trinnacle. We made it. Holding on for dear life. I'm a liar. I've climbed up onto the top of it now because I'm stupid. But we're on the Trinnacle. We did it. If I had time, I would have set my camera up over there and then get a good shot of me standing up on it. There we go though. Ooh. We're on it. The Trinnacle. Let's get back down before it gets dark. What a view. It's slightly cleared up for me. Yeah, now just on the edge. This is crazy. I wish I had more time, but I really don't. Whoa, look at that, holy shit. That's where we were. We were down there and I was trying to climb up there like a madman. Woo! I would have sat and had a picnic up here if I had time. Some food. I'd definitely recommend coming here, by the way, just perhaps on a better day, I'm not sure, if you've got more time, or just if things didn't go wrong. Some of it was out of our control, wasn't it? So that bridge being closed. But yeah. Well, that was the Trinnacle. That was a stressful journey, full of ups and downs to get to it. I will post a link. There'll be a link in the description of the route that I did take. I'm gonna have to change it and show you, but if you did want to do this route. But yes, I'm gonna practically run down this hill before it gets dark, so I'm gonna get going. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.